national championship. It's the 1984 NCAA basketball championship. Tonight, live from the arena in St. Louis, Missouri, the Memphis State Tigers meet the Houston Cougars.
We should tell you that Houston 29-4 on the season now, and Memphis State is 26-6. They are no strangers to one another. They met in Midwest Regional action last year, and Houston won that game in Kansas City. We're set to meet the starting lineups. Just joined public address announcer Fred Cook.
For Keith Lee. For the University of Houston, number 42, Michael Young. For Memphis State, number 43, Baskerville Holmes. For Houston, number 40, Ricky Winslow. And now the centers for Memphis State, number 55, William Bedford. For Houston, number 34, Akeem Olajuwon. And now let's meet the guard for Memphis State, number 32, Philip Haynes. Alvin Franklin. For Memphis State, number 10, Andre Turner. For Houston, number 44, Reed Geddes. Memphis State is coached by Dana Kirk, and Guy Lewis is the coach of Houston.
Memphis State ladies are excited. The Bells from the South are here. The gals from Texas and at the other end of the floor. Here, there's a lot of excitement in this arena right now.
Well, there is. You said possibly the largest crowd to see a game here in the arena. And two teams that met last year. Of course, Houston winning that one in the Midwest Regional.
We're not sure of the size of the crowd right now. It's pushing 20,000. They're selling standing room only, but they have said that it is the largest crowd again ever to see a game in Missouri. The Cougars in white. Memphis State in blue. There are your officials, Joe Forte, Tom Rucker, and Tim Higgins. And we're underway in St. Louis. Houston gets the basketball first. Alvin Franklin goes to work against Andre Turner. Franklin off balance in the lane is fouled. The shot almost fell. And Turner commits a quick personal foul. Andre Turner draws the game's first foul. And it didn't take long for Franklin to penetrate. He'll be on the line.
Well, that's Franklin's game right there to penetrate. And Turner will have a tough job matching up with Franklin, keeping him from going to basket.
Alvin Franklin is a 6'2 sophomore from Lamarck, Texas. He is averaging 12 points a ball game. He's an 80% free throw shooter. And if the game comes down to free throwing Gary late, Memphis State has had some problems on the free throw line. Franklin puts Houston up 2-0. So you're talking about hometown flavors. Memphis State has 10 players from the Memphis area. Houston has 8 from the Houston area.
It's really Memphis State against Houston or Memphis against Houston.
There's the Bison with a turnaround jumper and a quick goaltending call. I don't think it was Olajuwon. I think that may have been Ricky Winslow, the freshman. So give William Bedford 2 points in the basketball game. And we're tied at 2 in the arena. Reed Geddes, Ricky Winslow, the freshman along the wing. Memphis State extending the defense pretty well right here. Geddes working outside. Philip Haynes defends. Olajuwon off the baseline, turns and hits. Hakeem Olajuwon with a quick 2 points. 4-2 Houston.
We've just seen the big guy improve from his freshman year on. He just gets better in all phases of the game, and particularly, I think, in his shooting.
Take the Houston defense.
Well, he got a 2-1-2 zone.
Haynes tries over it, can't get it. Hakeem Olajuwon hauls the rebound down. He's averaging 14 rebounds a game. Alvin Franklin working his Turner.
talked with Dana, excuse me, Fred, talked with Dana Kirk, and they played a lot of zone this year. He still says he likes the man for man, and they've started in that man for man defense here in the first half. Good move.
Franklin takes it to the basket. Alvin Franklin with a bucket. He has 4 points, and Houston goes up 6-2 in the early going.
And Franklin really got his confidence in that Kentucky game. Even though they lost, Olajuwon went out of the ball game. He just took over that basketball game for Houston.
Oh, nice shot by the freshman, William Bedford. Gary Bedford wasn't scoring much early, but they're going to him now. He got 20 against Oral Roberts, and he's put 4 with this ball game.
Well, and the game plan here might be to go with Bedford at Olajuwon, try and get it down and get him into foul trouble.
Michael Young just buried it from the corner. That was not that good of a shot. It was defended, but he got it. It's 8-4 Houston.
Michael Young shoots 52% from the field, and when he gets that baseline shot, you can almost count it up as 2.
Keith Cougars going to try a little jump shot. It loops in and out. Young clears the rebound. Here come the Cougars with a 4-point lead in the basketball. 17:46 left in the first half. Houston has hit all 3 of their field goal attempts. Look at Franklin's going to take it to the basket. The shot good. Alvin Franklin opening strongly. Guy Lewis likes it. Franklin has 6, and Houston's up 10-4.
Well, Houston has those kind of athletes. He can turn loose on you just one-on-one. And I said the first time out of the box that Turner's going to have a tough time covering Franklin one-on-one without some help.
Are you surprised the shots Bedford's getting down in there? Dana Kirk looking on?
No, I understand Bedford can shoot the ball. He can go out to the free throw line with range. And you're surprised about in a big game like this, the freshman playing with as much confidence and putting the ball up as well this early in the ball game.
And Olajuwon really not challenging him down inside, and that may be as a result of the foul calls we talked about, Gary.
I was going to say, Guy Lewis may have told him to play soft in there in early going and keep him out of foul trouble.
Nice move. Michael Young, he got it. Michael Young has 4 points. We've got a quick opening this ball game. Houston up 12-6. The Cougars doing a lot of things right offensively right now and sitting back in that zone.
Well, and basically it's just one-on-one basketball. There you saw Young taking his man one-on-one. Good fake and get the baseline.
Baskerville Holmes is going to make everybody's all-name team. A 6'7 sophomore picks up his first 2 points, and it's 12-8 Houston. They're both doing it right.
Well, he had his career high against Oral Roberts in the first round of the NCAA tournament. 18 points and 11 rebounds in that ball game, along with 6 assists. And if they get scoring production out of Holmes, that'll be really a plus.
They get us top of the circle. Memphis State back in the zone now. Long try. No good. Michael Young, the ball knocked down and picked off by Winslow. Now Franklin. Young. Lead Geddes. Turns down a shot at the top of the circle. Michael Young hunting it on the baseline. He's going to challenge him. Look, Michael Young has a half dozen points. He took it to the freshman and got fouled. The basket's going to count. Is that a strong enough move for you? Watch this.
And watch how quick he goes. From right there to stuff, gets up over Bedford before he can get to the ball. Bedford across the arm. Young goes to the line for the three-point opportunity.
Michael Young with a half dozen points right now. A 68% free throw shooter. A 6'7 senior. One of 3 players on this team from Yates High School in Houston. Played his high school ball right across the street from Hofheinz Pavilion. Off the front of the rim. Winslow, the freshman, tried to hit Olajuwon, taken away by Andre Turner. The Tigers of Memphis State. Nice move by Turner. The jumper good. Oh, we have seen some outstanding play early in this game.
Individual play. Turner, the little guy right there, showing you that he can do it one-on-one, too.
Houston up by 4 with 15:41 left in the first half. First 2 points for Andre Turner. Smallest starter out there at 5'10".
Memphis State, a 2-3 zone, and I think a good move in the early going because Houston was just having their way with one-on-one situations.
The lob to Olajuwon. He got too deep under the basket, didn't have a shot, but he was fouled. Keith Lee drew the foul, his first, third on Memphis State.
Watch Olajuwon calling for the ball right here now. Coming in position. Here's the lob and the pass. Could not control and take it up there. Tries to go underneath, gets the ball stuck up on the bottom of the board. As we come back, I think he missed the first free throw there.
Olajuwon missed.
And this could be a telling factor, the free throw percentage. Houston only 62.3% as a team.
Second free throw misses. Keith Lee had it, couldn't hold it. Michael Young off the heel of the rim, and Holmes clears the rebound. Here comes Memphis State. Andre Turner's going to push it up in a hurry. Now hold it.
Now Houston playing their 2-3 zone. Good pass inside.
Bedford over Olajuwon missed. And I'm not sure who came back. I think that was Holmes that got the bucket. Dana Kirk liked it. It was Baskerville Holmes, his 4th point. 14-12, Memphis State in the zone, back within 2.
Well, both these clubs this year played a lot of zone, and where they pressed a lot last year. Memphis State, because of injuries, the loss of Parks, has gone away from it, played more half-court defense.
That was Alvin Franklin. He has 8 points now. 16-12. Houston by 4. 14:43 left in the first half.
That's one of the biggest areas of improvement for Franklin is that outside shooting.
Ames, Turner, there's Lee in the circle, turns and shoots, in and out. That's Haynes with the rebound.
Winslow made a mistake that time. He went up and just jumped for the rebound instead of waiting for position. The ball went over his head and gave Memphis State a possession.
You saw Haynes bank the shot in. He is a bank shot specialist, which is kind of unusual. There's your score.
Well, his nickname is Doom, which he likes better than Phillip, but they could also call him the Glass Man because he...
Michael Young a little bit out of shape along the baseline, but he's fouled. Keith Lee got him. That's the second foul on Lee. Dana Kirk has a little problem. He doesn't want this man in foul trouble. That is the franchise for Memphis State, and he has 2 fouls early on in this ball game. Dana Kirk watching his Tigers come back to him. We have a timeout here with 14:10 left in first half action at the arena in St. Louis. Houston leads Memphis State by 2. We'll be right back.
Your Tuesdays may be crazy, but dinner doesn't have to be. Any family-sized Pizza Hut Tuscany pasta is just $10. With over 3 pounds of pasta, including breadsticks, that's enough for the whole family. Only on Tuesdays and only at your Pizza Hut.
This is Ryan, a State Farm agent. Ryan loves to talk about how calling State Farm could get you discounts up to 40%. But talk to your neighbors first. Chances are there's some of State Farm's 40 million drivers. So talk to your neighbors, then call a State Farm agent.
Like me.
Like him.
Looks clean, doesn't it? But look below the surface. Your mouth is no different. Brushing Lee's teeth looking clean, but millions of plaque and gingivitis germs are left behind. A quick 30-second rinse with Listerine Antiseptic cleans deeper. Its unique penetrating formula destroys germs, brushing leaves behind. For the deepest clean and the healthiest mouth. Listerine. Clean deeper, get healthier.
I chose eHarmony over any other site because it was deeper and more meaningful to me than just putting a picture up and saying, choose me.
With eHarmony, you build your profile, you realize that this takes it to a whole new level that others don't get to.
Only eHarmony's in-depth personality profile matches you based on 29 dimensions of compatibility.
The connection is like nothing I've ever had. He's exactly what I've always dreamed of.
Visit eHarmony.com today and review all your compatible matches absolutely free.
Are you one of the millions of people struggling to learn a new language? Well, thanks to our breakthrough software called Rosetta Stone, learning a new language is now incredibly easy and a whole lot faster.
I've probably learned more in the first 2 weeks than I have in months of taking formal classes.
Rosetta Stone is so fast and effective, it's used by the U.S. State Department, NASA, the U.S. Army, and Fortune 500 companies, and is the world's leading language learning software.
It's almost like having your own person there teaching you, your own private tutor who is just very relaxed in your home with you, sitting there teaching you the language.
Rosetta Stone is the fastest way to learn a new language. And to prove it, we'll send you our amazing demo CD, absolutely free when you call.
This really is a great program.
I believe that you can learn any language with this program.
So call now or visit our website and see for yourself why Rosetta Stone is the fastest way to learn a new language, guaranteed.
It was the formation of a soccer league by political prisoners during apartheid. Prisoners who'd lost their freedom, but found hope in a game they loved. The same men who would go on to govern the new South Africa, and then repay the game by inviting the world to come and play it with them. The 2010 FIFA World Cup on ESPN.
When legends are born, when legends are born, legends are born.
The NBA's second season, where 16 wins separate the great from the immortal. Cavs Celtics in a do-or-die Game 6, Thursday on ESPN.
Fred White, Gary Thompson, welcome back to the arena in St. Louis. And Memphis State with a little bit of a problem here, Gary. Keith Lee has committed 2 fouls, and we have 14-10 left in the first half.
Well, and as Memphis State goes, or as Lee goes, so goes Memphis State. And he's played exceptional basketball the last 5 games, postseason games, 3 in the tournament, and then, of course, 2 in NCAA play. Great shooting here in early going. Houston 7 of 9, Memphis 7 of 11. A big ball game like this, and both clubs seemingly relaxed coming out here. Of course, they're clubs that have been here before last year.
These two teams met in Kansas City last year, played 34-34 in the first half, then Houston won it. Olajuwon tried to stuff it, couldn't get it, lost it. But a foul is called down inside. It's going to go against Baskerville Holmes. And that will be the first foul on Holmes, but Memphis State now with 5 team fouls in the early going, and Houston hasn't committed one.
Well, Houston going on those offensive boards. Keith Lee made him change the shot. Olajuwon goes up, could not get it down, could not get up for the stuff. And then Baskerville Holmes across the arm for the foul.
Olajuwon really hasn't looked that passionate about things yet. Michael Young with a jump hook. Nope, Olajuwon's there. Can't get it. He's fouled again. That was going to go against Holmes. That's his second foul. So the front line of Memphis State getting in some quick foul problems here. Lee with 2, Holmes with 2, and Bedford with 1.
Boy, and Olajuwon, a great job. A 7-footer. He took the ball up. The defensive man was right there. He moved the ball back to his left, and that's what drew the foul.
13:51 left in the first half. The 2 Tiger forwards each have 2 fouls. Olajuwon in and out. He has but 2 points in the ball game. He's 0 for 3 on the free throw line, and now a substitution for Memphis State. They're going to get Baskerville Holmes out of there, keep Keith Lee in, and the substitution brings Derek Phillips off the bench. He is playing in his hometown here, St. Louis, a 6'9" senior. Olajuwon hits the free throw. He's 1 for 4 on the line, and it's Memphis State down by 3. Doom Haynes out front to Andre Turner. They attack the Houston zone.
Well, it looked like the first time I call it that possession of the game, they were 2-1-2, but they've been 2-3 ever since.
That's 8 points that the freshman William Bedford has scored over Akeem Olajuwon, and Olajuwon really not looking that interested in stopping him yet.
No, I think he's going to have to muscle up with him, and the veteran put some pressure on the big freshman.
Alvin Franklin jumps in from the wing, in and out. Olajuwon with an offensive board, takes it back in the lane, lays it off, shot good by the freshman Ricky Winslow. He has 2.
Good pass that time. Bedford has got to check Akeem off. He went to the basket, and that ball came off quick, right over his head.
Off the wing, Haynes. Bankage can't get it. Keith Lee had a hand on it, kicked back outside, and Turner picks it up. Memphis State still has it down by 3 with 12:56 left in the half. Now Lee's going to try one and hit it. Keith Lee's first bucket. It comes from deep on the wing.
What a player in Lee, where he can go inside or at 6'10", take you outside and hit that shot from 15 to 18, 19 feet.
We saw the score. It's tight. Houston by 1. We have 12:40 left in our first half. Michael Young, deadly shooter from the wing. Off the heel of the rim, though. Haynes had it, lost it. Saved by Ricky Winslow.
Haynes tried to power out. All he had to do was control that basketball. He tried to come out of there strong and shake it. There was nobody around him.
Gettis trying to hit Olajuwon. He's out of bounds. The Cougars turn it over. Memphis State gets it back with a chance to grab the lead for the first time. Substitution here for Houston. Greg Anderson is on the floor. Ricky Winslow out. There's Guy Lewis, record of Houston. Look at that. 559 career wins. They call him Cadillac. Greg Anderson, the freshman, they call him that because he rides a bike.
A 10-speeder, though.
The Cadillac bike.
Now you got Memphis State, a 1-3-1 offensive set.
Keith Lee again from the wing. Hit his first one. Buries the second one. Lee has 4. 20-19, Memphis State up for the second time tonight. They had a quick 2-point lead.
Good look there at Dana Kirk, Memphis State coach, 5th year at Marshall, Memphis State, 99-47. He played at Marshall.
Alvin Franklin rings the bell again. Alvin Franklin has 10 points for Houston. 21-20 Cougars.
And both defenses playing a little passive right now, Fred. They're giving the shot. I don't know if that's the game plan by both these clubs to give it, but there's plenty of wide open shots to be had for both clubs.
Andre Turner, Lee again. This time he steps into the lane. He's going to be called for a walk. He hit the shot. It won't count. Houston gets it back up by a point with 11:33 left in the first half. Boy, Keith Lee has averaged 25 points a game in 5 postseason games for Memphis this year. It looks like maybe he's starting to find the range now, even though that one didn't count. Gettis for Houston. Keith Lee flashed out on the wing, and Gettis able to hold the pass. Dana Kirk thought he traveled with it.
And he's up. He's talking to One of the officials, Rucker, too, telling me about it.
Now look at Houston swinging around the Memphis State zone. Franklin threatened the shot, wouldn't take it. Geddes keeps turning shots down at the top of the key. Franklin off the deep wing, in and out. And the freshman battling now, Olajuwon has it. He's fouled. That's going to go against William Bedford, the center. He has 2 fouls. So Lee, Holmes, and Bedford all have 2 fouls for Memphis State here.
Watch the bumping here in the big guys, and then watch come as Akeem comes inside. You see him banging around inside. A lot of muscle around on the inside. And Akeem right here with athletic ability takes it away from Bedford. Bedford's got to go straight up.
Olajuwon hits the free throw. He now has 4 points. Boy, the Memphis State front line with some problems in the foul area. Lee, Holmes, and Bedford all with 2. Hakeem drops it again. He has now hit 3 straight after missing 3 straight. He has 5. Haynes with the basketball for Memphis State. The Cougars up by 3 with 10:51 left in the first half.
In this game, talk about Haynes. There he is. Going to look for that glass.
He banks it over Olajuwon. It won't stay. And Anderson takes the rebound down. The freshman picks it off for Houston. Here come the Cougars with a 3-point lead.
Good inside position that time by the freshman Greg Anderson on those boards.
They had Art Turner down in the corner against Michael Young, and Young didn't take the shot. Now Geddes will take one from the top. Can't get it. Rebound is out of bounds. It'll belong to Memphis State.
That guy Lewis says can't get Geddes to shoot. He actually says that he's probably their second best shooter, but Reed Geddes just turns him down. Only takes about 5 shots a game.
See, they're going to concede him the shot right there. He's going to pass it. From the deep corner, Franklin, he's hot. Alvin Franklin's rolling. He now has a dozen points in the ballgame. 25-20 Houston.
And Franklin's going to make a believer out of them from the wing because they're just dropping off and daring him to shoot, and he's putting it down.
Shot no good. Alvin Franklin's only missed 1 shot. The freshman, check it, that was Michael Young getting the rebound over there. Alvin Franklin has hit 5 out of 6 field goal attempts for Houston so far in this game. Geddes again, passes the shot. Franklin's going to try it again. He's 6 for 7. Alvin Franklin has the hot hand. He has 14 points in the first half of this game. His average is 12 points a game, and Houston's up by 7, their biggest lead.
Derek Phillips needed to give some help that time on the wing. Oh, what a block.
Olajuwon with a block.
Talked about Olajuwon being the nation's leading shot blocker. 193 blocked shots this year.
Amazing. We have a timeout taken here at the arena in St. Louis. Memphis State thinking things over here with 9:28 left in first half action. Action stopped here. Houston's up by 7 over Memphis State. We'll be right back.
Silver one.
That's not a Volkswagen.
That's 2 for doubting.
You hit like my sister.
Really? I'd like to meet her.
The Volkswagen CC. Award-winning design for just $299 a month. It's a whole new Volkswagen and a whole new game.
I'm not going to bed right now. I'm going to college. Thousands of people go to college in their pajamas every day. How is this possible? Because you can go to college online without leaving your home. Using your computer to get an online degree is really smart and easy. In fact, people with a degree on average earn $1 million more in their lifetime. So, how do you find a good online school? Well, get your computer and go online right now. Education Connection is a free service that connects hundreds of people each day to the best online colleges. And you don't want to pick the wrong online school. So, ladies, slip on your cute little fluffy slippers, and guys, cover up, please. And log on now, and Education Connection will send you their free success kit stuffed with information on online schools, scholarships, even degrees that take the least amount of time. This is a $100 value, and it's yours, free.
Log on to myschoolnow.com. That's myschoolnow.com. myschoolnow.com.
There are over 400,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of us will be going pro in something other than sports.
The number 10.
It's more than just a number. It's reserved for the best, the playmaker.
Has helped taxpayers settle their tax debt for less than what they owed.
We owed the IRS over $82,000 in back taxes.
Associated Tax Relief's attorney was a former IRS agent who knew what to do.
His hard work settled our tax debt for only $4,600.
Thousands of taxpayers across the nation have put their trust in Associated Tax Relief.
I owed nearly $115,000 and needed help fast. Associated Tax settled my tax debt for way less than what I owed. They saved me over $93,000.
Yes, you can solve your IRS problems, and yes, we can help you.
For a free consultation, call 888-775-9482 now.
The big factor in this first half of rebounding, Houston's really pounding the offensive boards. They own a 13-6 rebound advantage.
And they're shooting well, 55%, both teams. Memphis State down by 7. It's been an 8-point run here for Houston. Lee Phillips walked in the lane before he could get the shot away. Memphis State turns it over. 3 turnovers charged to Memphis State here.
Point out Derek Phillips has just come back, has not been real effective as a starter early in the year, but has had a stress fracture, and he's missed 10 games.
Bobby Parks, an outstanding player, not here for Memphis State. Derek Phillips with a stress, not a fracture in the foot, a stress problem in the foot. There's the Olajuwon blocked down inside by Lee. Olajuwon again in and out. It's going to be a jump ball. The possession belongs to Memphis State. Lee blocked Olajuwon's shot. Doesn't happen very often.
Well, Lee, of course, leads their club in block shots, as you expect. He's had 70 on the year, but think of that. As fine a player as Lee inside isn't a shot blocker, 70, but Olajuwon, 193.
That's incredible. Looking on from the bench, Derek Phillips. Philippines.
Ed Franklin really dropping back in on the zone. He's trying to pack it inside in front of Lee.
There's a turnover. Memphis State turns it over for the 4th time. Houston gets it back, still leading by 7. And Dana Kirk may not want to do it, but he's put his whole starting front line back in, and they all have 2 fouls. And we still have 8:34 left in first half action, but he feels like he's got to get something going.
That's right. You're only going to play 1 game. If you lose it, you're out. So you're going to go with your best. Oh, beautiful pass.
I think Olajuwon just got his wake-up call, Gary. Well, the first strong move he's made.
And get us a great pass there. What happens when he goes up for the jump shot? That kind of freezes the defense. Everybody starts to react to the boards. And it opened up Olajuwon for the pass.
He now has 7 points, and Houston is up 29-20, their biggest lead so far tonight. Memphis State can't get anything going offensively right now. To Keith Lee, and that is the first foul committed by the Houston Cougars tonight. Goes against Alvin Franklin.
And the Memphis State fans are the place seems to be supportive of Memphis State right here now in the arena because they're cheering the fact that they got the first foul.
Those, of course, are the Memphis State fans. You can tell by the garb, but the rest of the arena seem to go with them. You're right. That might tell you who DePaul and Wake Forest would like to play if they had to make a choice. May not either. Sure, the answer would be neither one of them if we can keep from it. Houston in the zone. Holmes to Keith Lee in the middle of it. Draws a crowd. Puts up the shot and is fouled. Lee Geddes. And again the crowd reacts. That's the second foul.
Little off-balance shot there, but he got it down. And here's Akeem on the other end. You see the great pass that came in for Regas. Look at him just power that thing. It had dunk written all over it.
That's a wake-up call. It came at 7:24 Central Time in St. Louis, and Akeem may now be a part of the game. Keith Lee is a 79% free throw shooter. He has 4 points in this game. He's averaging 19 on the year. As we mentioned, has averaged 25 points and 12 rebounds a game. in the 5 postseason contests and has blocked 15 shots in that stretch.
I was thinking it, and I didn't say it, what a good free throw shooter he is. The big man, 78% they usually miss. He missed ahead of my saying it, so I guess we didn't jinx him on that one.
Ricky Winslow back in the game, the freshman forward for Houston. Greg Anderson sits down. Keith Lee will try it again from the free throw line for Memphis State. It's good. 5 points, Keith Lee. 29-21. Houston by 8 with 8:03 left in the first half.
Memphis State with a 2-1-1-1, actually. Full court pressure.
Geddes. Back out to Franklin.
That's one advantage you have in a trap situation is leaving Geddes. He just will not shoot the ball. He'll turn anything down almost to 10 or 12 feet.
Boy, you almost want to yell at him to shoot the ball. He's at the top of the circle now. Franklin will. He's short with it. And Haynes clears the rebound. Here comes Memphis State down by 8. 7:37 left in the first half. Turner sets the offense at the top of the circle against the zone. Haynes. Turner steps into it, takes the shot from the line. It's on the rim and good. Andre Turner, the 5'10 sophomore, gets his 4th point. And now the Tigers back within 6 with 7:20 left in the first half, and they're going to put some pressure on.
Good pressure. They had some success last year in that ball game, pressuring Houston full court. But without Parks in there, Dana Kirk told me it really takes a lot away from their pressure defense.
Michael Young working the baseline, off balance. It's in and out. Winslow tips, can't get it. It's in the air, and Turner hauls it down and pushes it up for Memphis State. Nice speed down inside, but Young has it for Houston to Winslow. Taken away again by Andre Turner. Look at him work. He throws it up off balance and misses. There's Baskerville. Holmes with the jump hook. It's going to be goaltending on Olajuwon. Give Holmes his 6th point. The Tigers trying to come back now.
Tigers probably coming up with a lucky 2 here. Watch Turner. He looks one way. Look at him take Young out of the play, but did not make the shot. Holmes rebounds it. Now off balance, turns around, and Akeem gets it as the ball's coming down. Chalk it up 2 points for the Tigers.
29-25. Houston with 6:45 left in the first half, and again, full court pressure. Winslow, the freshman, with the basketball for Houston. Now Geddes out of the ball game. Franklin's going to run the point. They attack the Memphis State zone. The crowd alive at the arena in St. Louis. As we mentioned, the largest crowd ever to see a basketball game in the state of Missouri. Now, an official is stopping play.
We got somebody hurt, or maybe
they're talking to Baskerville Holmes. We're told that he's bleeding. That Baskerville Holmes is bleeding along the side of his head. So he may have taken an elbow.
Yeah, there you can see. Well, he got it wiped off. You see the blood streaks running right down the side of his eye.
He's a 6'7 sophomore from Memphis who has a half dozen points in this game. He seems to think he's all right. He's going to stay in there. So the officials very alertly stopping play.
Give up Geddes right now, sitting out as their assist leader on the year. Broke his own assist record, singles season record this year. But it also gives him now another offensive player with Franklin out there in the point, splitting that 2-3 zone. Young on the wing, and then Anders on the other wing.
There's Olajuwon hunting it. It's going to count. Olajuwon.
There you see Reed Geddes sitting down, but applauding his teammates, urging him on. Guy Lewis to the right.
That foul was called against Andre Turner. And that's his 2nd foul. 4 Memphis State players now have 4 fouls. Or 2 fouls, excuse me. Olajuwon with the free throw good. He's starting to come alive offensively now. 10 points for Hakeem Olajuwon here in the first half. 6 minutes left in first half action. Houston up by 7 again. 3-point play from Olajuwon. Baskerville Holmes. Keith Lee has the rebound. Fakes. Doesn't want the shot. It's back to Turner. Turner penetrating. Lays it off to Lee, and the ball's knocked loose out of bounds. They're going to give it to Houston. Keith Lee questioning the call.
There's one area I think that Keith Lee has a little problem. You look at the 6'10 juniors, his strength inside. He oftentimes gets that ball knocked out of his hands. Does not seem to have the strength in those hands to take the ball.
Memphis State's turned it over 6 times now. Houston just 3. Make it 4. They just turned it over for the 4th time, and now a substitution. Memphis State. Willie Beckton, a 6'5 junior from Memphis, checking in as you look at Guy Lewis with Reed Geddes next to him on the Houston bench.
Those are the kind of turnovers that hurt. Those unforced errors like that. Franklin giving it back to Young. Young turned his head after he made the pass. I'm going to continue to watch that basketball.
Andre Turner. Keith Lee goes to work in the lane. He's fouled. The shot would not fall for him. Olajuwon draws the personal foul, his first, and only the third charged to Houston.
Watch Turner gets the man up, brings him to him, and Lee inside there deep. Olajuwon evidently not working on him and pushing on him, and Olajuwon catches him on the arm.
5:23 left in first half action here. You look at Olajuwon. Reed Geddes now returning to the Houston lineup, replacing Alvin Franklin. Dana Kirk checking the situation. I'm sure he just wants his ball club to stay in it. Benny Anders on the floor now for the Houston Cougars. Memphis State down by 7. Dana Kirk would like to see him cut a couple off of it. Keith Lee gets one of them. 6 points for Keith Lee, the 6'10 junior from West Memphis, Arkansas. Has 1,706 points and 1,003 rebounds in his career. Free throw good. Keith Lee hits them both. He has 7 points. 5:23 to go in the first half, and Houston with a 5-point lead. Michael Young turns around and kicks it back outside to Geddes, and they go to work against the Memphis State zone.
Memphis State protecting well when they're on the press, recovering on defense, not giving up any cheap baskets.
That's a walk. 5 turnovers now charged to Houston. Now Memphis State down by 5. A chance to get within 3. There's a former great player on that Memphis State bench now, an assistant coach, Larry Finch. And he's about as into it as a coach as he was a player.
Well, he probably remembers this floor. It was 1973, the great game by Walton, 21-22 from the field goals, and UCLA beat Memphis State in the championship.
Big bucket for Philip Haynes. He has 4 points. The shot's going to count, and Haynes will have the 3-point opportunity. And it could be just a 2-point lead for Houston now. You're talking about the game that Bill Walton hit 21 out of 22 field goal attempts in that ball game. The shot that missed was down in the rim and came back out again.
Larry Finch did not have a bad ball game. He had 29 points in that game himself to keep Memphis State in the running as much as he could.
Haynes gets the 3-point play. 5 points in the game for Philip Haynes. The big burst here for Memphis State. Now the Tigers back within 3. You look at the Houston bench. We have a timeout taken here. That's Alvin Franklin coming back into the game. 4:59 left in first half action at the arena here in St. Louis. Our score now, Houston 32, Memphis State 30.
Your Tuesdays may be crazy, but dinner doesn't have to be. Any family-sized Pizza Hut Tuscany pasta is just $10. With over 3 pounds of pasta, including breadsticks, that's enough for the whole family. Only on Tuesdays and only at your Pizza Hut.
John Mapes is 42, mortgage, married, 2 great kids. He wants to protect his family with a $500,000 term life insurance policy. What do you think it'll cost him? $100 a month? 60? 40? Actually, none of the above. John can get a $500,000 policy from a highly rated insurer for under $25 a month. His secret? SelectQuote. SelectQuote is impartial. They'll search the pick of insurers like these to give you a choice of your best prices. SelectQuote has great savings on term life for women, too. John's wife, Carrie, can get a $500,000 policy for under $16 a month. SelectQuote has helped make term life insurance affordable for hundreds of thousands of people since 1985. How about you? Just call this number or visit SelectQuote.com.
Call 1-800-280-0261.
So I was the guy who was never going to have the heart attack. I thought I was invincible. I'm on an aspirin regimen now because I never want to feel that helplessness again.
Be sure to talk to your doctor before you begin an aspirin regimen.
Talk to your doctor and take care of what you have to take care of.
You're stuck on a treadmill. You're making minimum payments on your credit cards, and you just don't get anywhere. Let Consolidated Credit tell you the truth. When credit card companies are charging high interest, it's virtually impossible to pay off your debt. Let's say you owe $5,000 and your rate is 21%. Of your $100 minimum payment, $87 is interest. It'll take you over 33 years to pay off that debt. Call Consolidated Credit. They'll get the credit card companies to reduce or eliminate your interest. Get off the treadmill. Get on with your life. Call Consolidated Credit. They're the freedom people.
Call toll-free 1-800-440-5217.
You don't think anybody cares about basketball at this time of year. Look at this lady decorated in everything that you can find supporting the Memphis Tigers. And they're making a comeback here. They're back within 2 of Houston with 4:59 left in the first half. They were down 29-20. They've now outscored Houston 10-3 in this little burst.
Well, I think Houston has to concentrate. They're starting to miss outside. Need to take a couple times, have some patience, and look inside to the big guy.
Alvin Franklin back in the game for Houston. So's Reed Geddes. This is Michael Young deep in the corner. Memphis State staying with the zone.
Really packed in on that zone.
There's the lob by Olajuwon. Oh, I thought he was going to take the dunk, and he didn't.
Just what I was talking about, though, is push that ball, get it into Hakeem Olajuwon right there, because they've been missing from the outside.
12 points for Olajuwon, 34-30 Houston. Keith Lee in the middle shoots over Olajuwon, who just lets him take it. And Keith Lee now has 9 points in the basketball game. And Olajuwon on defense has not been that active yet. He's blocked 1 shot.
And those little guards trying to front in there, all they do is throw up high to those big guys, Olajuwon or Lee. And once they get it in there, they're just turning around and dumping it in.
Geddes is going to take the shot, top of the circle, and got it. That's only his second shot of the ball game. He's been turning them down repeatedly. He has 2 points tonight, and Houston's up by 4 with 4:02 to play.
Key in this comeback, too, has been the rebounding. They've been shutting Houston off those offensive boards, and they've also picked up a couple of offensive rebounds themselves.
Andre Turner. Willie Beckton deep on the wing. Memphis State really patient. Oh, they tried the lob, and they get it. That is the freshman down inside, William Bedford, and he now has 10 points. And again, the 2-point lead to Houston. They lobbed it right into the teeth of the Houston defensive strength and got by with it. Reed Geddes sets the Houston attack.
You watch Geddes right there. He can really shorten up that shot for himself if he wants to step in, because they're really making the drops off the front end of that zone.
Here comes Memphis State with a chance to tie after the Michael Young miss. Andre Turner facing the Houston zone. Philip Haynes on the glass. Haynes has 7. There's that bank shot again, and the game is tied at 36 with 3:06 left in the first half.
Well, the Cougars have to get back, and my feeling right now is get it inside. Have some patience. Get it inside.
Ricky Winslow with a miss. Michael Young off balance. Olajuwon battling. Can't get it. Lee had it. It's Memphis State basketball. The Tigers can go in front here with 2:53 left in the first half. Keith Lee looking a little tired right now.
Well, he was disappointed losing that ball out of bounds, but Coach Dana Kirk was up to Lee, patting him on the back there and saying, just stay with it. We made a good run. We're back in the ball game.
Memphis State could go back in front. They've led twice in this game, both times very briefly. 2:36 left in first half action. Andre Turner running the attack. He's talking to Philip Haynes right now. They're having a little problem hearing because of the crowds. They decided to just get together and talk.
And you know, not Lee
can't get it. Big offensive rebound for Lee. He's getting it done right now, Gary.
Houston defense inside right now is just standing. I don't know, you mentioned about being tired, but no one's moving on that zone. You play a zone defense, you've got to work harder there than you do against a man-for-man.
There's a foul called against Willie Beckton as he went for the block, his first foul.
And that zone defense, every time that ball moves, you've got to move with it and adjust. Here comes Franklin down on a drive, takes a little spin in there, comes up, gets the ball blocked, and they call a foul on Beckton.
Beckton, a 6'5" junior from Memphis. 9 fouls have been called against Memphis State here. 3 have been whistled against Houston. And Alvin Franklin with a 1-on-1 opportunity. He has 14 points in this game, 2 for 2 on the line. He's an 80% shooter. 15 points for Franklin, who averages just 12 a game. Guy in his famous town.
24 straight seasons without a losing record.
Franklin misses. Olajuwon has it, steps in, takes it up softly. It's going to count. He was fouled. Olajuwon.
Boy, and again, the agility of this big guy. You see him, Bedford raise his hand right away. He knew he'd committed the foul, but taking that ball away from the defensive man and actually just drawing the foul, still able to get it down for 2.
And that foul was against William Bedford, the freshman center. That is his 3rd personal foul. Baskerville Holmes will replace him. You see that they have taped Holmes. He was cut earlier. Olajuwon now with 14 points in the first half. In and out. Big rebound. Winslow blocked by Keith Lee. Memphis Memphis State has it. 2 minutes left in the first half.
Good save by Lee there because Holmes failed to block out. And he's able to come up over the top and get the offensive rebound.
Keith Lee scores over Olajuwon. 11 points for Keith Lee and a 1-point lead to Houston with 1:45 left in the first half. When they played in Kansas City in the NCAA tournament last year, they were tied at halftime. Keith Lee might have had a hand on that one. Olajuwon had it for a moment, and it's out of bounds, belongs to Houston. Reed Geddes will handle the inbounds pass. That is one of his chores on this Houston club.
They were looking in the middle. I was looking for possibly a lob out of that situation. Looked like Geddes was looking for it.
You can see the time left in first half action here in St. Louis. 39-38. Houston by a point. You've got the story. Young. Geddes, well, they've just given him the shot. He's taken 2 of them, hit 1. He's trying to get the Cougar offense set.
That's right. They've got several kids out there for Houston right now talking to each other, trying to get set up in positions they want to run against this 2-3 zone. Geddes right there could step in. He could shorten up that shot. Well, it doesn't make any difference if you get it from there, I guess, but he could cut the distance down there by 5 feet.
4 points, Reed Geddes. He's 2 out of 3 from the floor. 54 seconds left in the first half. Memphis State has the ball, now down by 3. Now they attack the Houston zone. Baskerville Holmes. Ames off the wing, banks another one in. He is a bank shot magician. He has 5. There's your clock. That's first half time. 41-40 Houston. Michael Young working against Turner. It's going to be a charge. Andre Turner at 5'10 got in front of 6'7 Michael Young and drew the charge. That's the first foul on Michael Young. And Memphis State with a chance to take the lead. 35 seconds left in the half, and we'll see what Dana Kurtz wants. One shot. There it is.
Little 5'10 guard that time. Andre Turner a little bit quicker than Young, able to position up and draw the charge.
Memphis State wants the last shot. You've got the clock on your screen.
What a big momentum bucket or score here would be for Memphis State. They've trailed throughout pretty much in this first half. They're down 1 now, but to come away and go in the dressing room with a last second shot and a lead should really boost the morale of this ball club.
12 seconds left in the half. Now they got to make the move. You can see the clock. 6 seconds left. Sexton from deep on the wing. It wouldn't fall. Beckton again from the circle. Nope, tipped by Holmes. No. It's out of bounds, and there's the end of the half. Memphis State got 3 cracks at it. It just would not drop. But they're going to head for the locker room just down by 1. It's been a good half of basketball here at the arena in St. Louis. At halftime, Houston leading Memphis State 41-40.
Just win, baby. The Raiders changed the rules of the game.
You had this merger of a sort of gangster football team and a gangster rap group.
The Raiders, their colors and image became pop culture sensation.
What if I told you that Raiders ruled from Compton to the Coliseum? Straight out of LA, directed by Ice Cube. Tonight at 8 on ESPN. Part of ESPN Films 30 for 30, presented by Levi's.
Attention, if you have diabetes.
If you have diabetes, I have groundbreaking news for you. Citizens Medical has a way for you to test your blood glucose nearly pain-free. Imagine no more pricking your fingers. With this new meter, you can test from a tiny sample taken from your arm so it's virtually painless. And listen to this.
The blood glucose is 105.
This meter talks to you. Seeing and hearing can help you confirm accuracy. And best of all, Citizens Medical can send you one at no cost.
I hated pricking my fingers. With this meter, I test on my arm and I can barely feel a thing. And it even talks to me.
With Citizens Medical, you
loan modification helped us to avoid foreclosure. Glad I made the call.
Homeowners, do not struggle another minute. Call the Loan Modification Help Hotline toll-free. Discover how much we can reduce your mortgage payment. Act now. We may be able to cut your mortgage payment in half and help to reduce your interest payment to as low as 1%. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 1-800-230-3658.
Gets the possession to open the second half. We're not quite ready. The ball boys, as you see across the way, they're rolling the balls away. Half a basketball to go in this one. 41-40. Houston up by 1 at halftime. Get us inbounds to Franklin, and the Cougars will go on the attack. Memphis State has been zoning them the whole ball game. In fact, both clubs have, really.
Well, they started out Memphis State. You remember in the early part, Fred going man for man, and it was for the first about 3 minutes, 3.5, and they had to get out of that man for man because Houston took them one-on-one situation for the scoring.
Alvin Franklin tried to drive the baseline, took it right into heavy traffic, and Keith Lee took it away. 7th turnover, Houston. Andre Turner for Memphis State. And the Tigers have a chance to grab the lead here to open the second half.
When they had 3 beautiful chances there at the end of the half, where they ran it down for 1, got the shot, and a couple of follow shots.
It's been a little bit more of a half-court game than I thought it would be. There's the freshman. William Bedford now has 12 points in this ball game.
Good ball movement by Memphis State that time as Houston went for the trap in the corner, moved the ball real well, got to the big man, the freshman in the middle, and he stuffed it down.
19:05 left in this basketball game. I was interested. I saw in the paper earlier this week that Bedford said, I'm looking forward to playing Olajuwon. I think I might get the best of the matchup. Well, it's 14 points Olajuwon, 12 Bedford right now.
He's doing a pretty good job of backing up what he said right now, but I wouldn't want to make the big guy mad.
And he did see the statement, too. He read it. Winslow. Hakeem likes to talk about phase jobs.
There they got Akeem. They're looking in there. I think if they lob the pass high, Akeem could go up and get a good shot by Franklin.
Alvin Franklin now has 17 points. His season high, 25. His average is 12. And the ball gets away at the other end of the floor. Houston up by a point with 18:26 left in this contest. There's the score. Again, last year in Kansas City, Houston won a ball game between these two in the Midwest Regional, 70-63 after being tied at halftime. Houston's 14th NCAA appearance, the 8th for Memphis State.
In that ball game last year, Houston hit 16 out of 20 free throws in that game. Dana Kirk says he won't forget that.
He knew the stats from that game by heart. Houston shot 51% from the floor. Memphis State 48% in that game last year. That was at the other end of this state at Kemp Arena in Kansas City. Now we're in Missouri. There's the freshman Bedford. Oh, did he get it up soft? Bedford has 14 points, and what a touch.
Caught that ball on the pass and just took it from the jump, but they're real quick move by the big guy. Olajuwon not able to get up and really bother him on the shot.
He's averaging 9 points, got his season high 20 against ORU in the first round of the NCAA, so he's looking to score in the tournament.
Houston attacking, they're overloading one side, keeping the shooter Michael Young on the weak side. You see him with 4 men on the one side.
Geddes misses the shot, and the freshman Bedford hauls the rebound down. Here comes Memphis State up by 1 to 17-21 left in this basketball game. Haynes from the deep wing, short with a try, and the ball is out of bounds to Houston. Maybe a little bit impatient that time.
Well, he got glass that time, but not the kind of glass that he wanted. Really fell short.
Long way to go in this basketball game. 17-12 left to play.
2-2-1 half-court press.
Reed Geddes.
Houston's been able to handle that pretty well so far. Actually been about a standoff. Houston has not scored really after attacking it.
There's Olajuwon going to work with a jump hook, and he got it. Hakeem Olajuwon.
That's where I think the Cougars need to go. They need to give that a shot, have some patience, bring it back. That guy's going to score down inside.
And the officials just got lost and ran into our table going, of course, the other way, Joe. 45-44 Houston. Both teams very patient. Are you surprised at how much half-court we've seen? There's a deflection by Winslow, but saved by Memphis State.
On the half-court offense? No, because these teams last year played a lot more full-court defense, pressuring and whatnot. As I said, Memphis State got hurt by injuries, and Guy Lewis doesn't think his ball club is as quick as they were last year and cannot play the pressing game as well.
So again, Houston sets their half-court offense. Michael Young looked at it off the wing, turned it down. Geddes, Winslow, Franklin in the corner.
Houston needs Michael Young to get hot. He's only 3 for 12 in that first half. That's
and you shall receive. Michael Young has 8.
Well, he tried some tough shots, rather staying outside like that. He tried to take it on drives and move the ball around. Actually ended up throwing one-hand driving shots against that defense.
That was a careless pass, and here's Michael Young. Wham! 10 points, Michael Young, and he was fouled. Andre Turner got a little careless at the other end of the floor, and Houston made him pay for it.
And this is a big play right here. Turner goes up, he's going to lay it over his head. Good play by Franklin, and they're anticipating, and then the presence of mind to give it ahead. The freshman Bedford should turn him loose right here. He had 3 fouls on him. He's a key in this ball game. He goes to his 4th foul. He should have let him go. Let him have the 2 points.
Bedford, who has 14 points, draws his 4th foul with 15:48 left in the game, and Dana Kirk as yet has made no move to get him out of the ball game. It is 50-44. Houston by 6 with 15:44 left in the game.
That's a big play.
Andre Turner, Haynes, Keith Lee. Keith Lee fakes, steps to the baseline, and he's fouled. Alvin Franklin got him, and that's the 2nd foul on Alvin Franklin. The 1st foul on Houston in the 2nd half.
Houston did not have anybody with more than 1 foul. And I said I thought Houston defense zone was really kind of passive, and I don't know, maybe that's by design to stay away from those fouls, hoping Guy Lewis thinking, well, he's staying even in the ball game all the time in that 1st half.
There's Olajuwon's 2nd personal foul. But Gary, that's a lot better than he's been doing. We mentioned he fouled out of 8 games this year, and you mentioned at the beginning of the telecast, he's only fouled out of 1 postseason game, but there's been many times he's had 4 fouls.
Well, he's had to sit a lot with those 4 fouls, but I think again there's a little bit more contact is let go in NCAA play, and that's got to be to his benefit.
Keith Lee with 11 points in the 1st half, a 79% free throw shooter. A 6'10 junior, West Memphis, Arkansas. Club down by 6, and the free throw won't fall for him. He's now 3 for 5 on the free throw line in this game.
Talked about him having a great Metro tournament. He set records, single game of 35 points, tournament record of 71 points, and 15 field goals in one game, so he had a tremendous.
You see Derek Phillips, the 6'9 senior who lives here in St. Louis, coming on the floor. There's the freshman, William Bedford, going out with his 4th personal foul. Bedford's going to have to sit for a while. Keith Lee's free throw, in and out. Olajuwon clears the rebound. Lee missed 2 at the free throw line. Houston still up by 6 with 15:22 left in this basketball game. Ricky Winslow. Alvin Franklin. Good patience by Houston. Young. Winslow. Dennis deep in the corner. Looks at Olajuwon. Can't get in.
And the guards, look at the fence around Akeem. There's 4 people around, and the guards all dropping way back.
Franklin gets penetration. Nice dish to Michael Young. The shot won't fall. Olajuwon's there. And now the ball knocked loose and a foul call. And that is going to go against Baskerville Holmes. That will be his 3rd personal foul. Well, Dana Kirk must be thinking, I can't get it to go my way right now. There's Holmes. And that will put Michael Young on the free throw line.
That all started with good penetration by Franklin. Got the penetration zone through the defense and then off to Young, who missed the layup. If you see Young, he's back on the line on the free throw line right now.
Young averaging 20 points a ball game. Has 10 points in this one. He has played 4,297 minutes for the Houston Cougars.
Makes me tired thinking about it.
Boy, a ton of basketball in his career. He's averaging 36 minutes a game this year.
That last field goal, we overlooked something, Fred. I think he's got 5 field goals, Michael Young, now, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
And that he sets a Southwest Conference record for career field goals with 876.
It's his 84th straight start tonight for Houston. A 2nd-team All-American. Gets them both. He now has a dozen points, and we have a timeout taken at the arena here in St. Louis, and the Cougars have opened up the lead again. They keep taking Memphis State to the brink. The Tigers keep coming back. We'll see what happens. We have 14:53 left in this game now, and Houston leads Memphis State 52-44.
Like a blast of hydration to your face. New Schick Hydro, a water-activated gel that hydrates your skin as you shave and lasts up to twice as long as ordinary strips, while 5 blades with skin guards smooth the skin to reduce irritation. It's the best shave for your skin. The new Schick Hydro. Free your skin.
This guy I met online, he could be anyone.
How can I know who to trust? With BeenVerified.com, you can run instant background checks right from your home computer for free.
With Been Verified, I know exactly who I'm meeting before the first date.
My accountant, my mortgage broker, and even my electrician. Now I know I can trust them.
No stranger comes around my growing family without a background check. Search anyone, even yourself. What turns up just might surprise you.
BeenVerified.com.
Log on to BeenVerified.com/TV181 now.
IRS problems? Associated Tax Relief can help you. What you're about to see and hear is real.
Associated Tax Relief got me a settlement of $500. This company really does what they say they're going to do.
We owed the IRS over $135,000.
All we did was hire the right people to work for us. Associated Tax saved us $99,000.
Associated Tax Relief has helped taxpayers settle their tax debt for less than what they owed.
We owed the IRS over $82,000 in back taxes.
Associated Tax Relief's attorney was a former IRS agent who knew what to do.
His hard work settled our tax debt for only $4,600.
Thousands of taxpayers across the nation have put their trust in Associated Tax Relief.
I owed nearly $115,000 and needed help fast. Associated Tax settled my tax debt for way less than what I owed. They saved me over $93,000.
Yes, you can solve your IRS problems, and yes, we can help you.
For a free consultation, call 888-775-9482 now.
The strength of mind in the face of adversity. A test.
Hakeem Olajuwon may be turned loose by Guy Lewis now.
Well, they started to go inside and looking for him, but they really got their work cut out getting the ball in there, too. I think the way to get it is you've got to lob it up to Akeem and make him jump and go up and get the basketball.
Memphis State, again, has to try to come back. Houston keeps getting them down by 6, 8. Memphis State keeps coming back. The Cougars haven't been able to knock them out of it. Haynes outside to Andre Turner.
Look at the zone by Houston. It's actually a 1-1-3 zone the way they're playing it. Get us on the point. Franklin dropping down inside.
Memphis State trying to find the adjustment. Turner takes it in the lane, gets it knocked loose. Young takes it away. Michael Young starts to bring it up, then feels pressure behind him. That was Andre Turner, and he wisely held it.
Should say that Winslow was down inside there, and they brought him into that middle.
Now the Cougars with an 8-point lead. And the basketball with 14-16 left in the game. Franklin works against Turner. Michael Young open on the baseline. Won't fall for him. Haynes picks off the rebound for Memphis State.
Memphis State going back man for man.
Dana Kirk sets the offense. Each coach has the offense in front of his bench in the second half of this game. Keith Lee feeling pressure, shoots over Olajuwon and gets it. 13 points, Keith Lee.
Good move by Lee that time. As he went to the baseline, he leaned in and took Olajuwon out of the play where he was right on top of him. Olajuwon couldn't get up to make the block.
Now Memphis State back within 6 with 13:34 left in this game. So the Tigers just keep breathing. There's Here's the lob to Olajuwon. 18 points, Olajuwon.
Olajuwon came out there, sealed him in, and held real well till the pass was on its way, then released, got it, and stuffed it down.
Baskerville Holmes answers with 2 points. 8 points for Baskerville Holmes in the 13:09 to play. Houston and Memphis State still separated by 6 points here at the arena in St. Louis. Ricky Winslow for the Cougars.
Dana Kirk going that man for man after they dropped down by 8 points, and they're trying to shake something up, change the tempo and rhythm of the game.
Alvin Franklin's shot won't fall. Baskerville Holmes bothered him and then picked off the rebound. Andre Turner's going to hold it. Let Memphis State get set.
It's a good job of Houston getting back on defense. They had 4 people back.
Keith Lee, nice feed inside. And Derek Phillips comes up with 2 points off the great feed. 54-50 Houston with 12:30 to play. Young down inside. It's Phillips fronting Olajuwon. Young on the wing. Now Phillips playing behind him. Outside, Reed Geddes. Houston showing good patience.
And Akeem a little frustrated right there. He thought they could have entered the ball into it, and they only had one man covering. He was playing behind.
They're 3-on-2. Andre Turner takes the shot off balance, gets it. Andre Turner has 6, and Memphis State coming back again. It's 54-52 Houston with 11:52 to play.
Well, the Tigers just will not quit. They just come forging back.
A 6-point run for Memphis State. Franklin has pinned it hole. It's off balance. It's a jump ball. The possession belongs to Memphis State. The Tigers could tie it here. Keith Lee made a big defensive play. Just took the ball away. It was called a held ball.
And you see that, man, you say as he goes, so goes Memphis State. The little guy going in there, and Lee just grabbing it with both hands and taking it on down, and Memphis State has the possession.
Tigers could get it tied here. 11 minutes, 30 seconds left in this basketball game. Holmes off the wing for the tie. Nope. And Winslow pulls the rebound down for Houston.
That's the time right there. I think I ought to look for that money man again. I ought to tried to get the ball down inside the Lee.
Memphis State trying for their 27th win of the year. Houston looking for number 30, Olajuwon. To Winslow, down the lane, and he scores. Ricky Winslow has 4 points tonight. 11:03 left in the game. Houston up by 4.
Akeem countering on the other end. Big men that can get up in the air, still find the open men.
Baskerville Holmes on the wing. Andre Turner. Haynes. Lee slid to the middle of the zone. He couldn't get him, and now Phillips off the baseline is short with a try, and Franklin had a rebound. He's in trouble, but clears. Ricky Winslow picks it up, gives to Geddes, and here come the Cougars with a 4-point lead. 10:36 to play. Olajuwon. It is going to count, I believe. It does. 20 points for Hakeem Olajuwon, and he's fouled.
Big basket by Olajuwon. Here's the play moments ago. You see Olajuwon come up, fake, goes up. Defensive help comes. He drops it off to Winslow, and a nice carry-up shot by the freshman.
Olajuwon looking for his 21st point and gets it. That was a 4th foul on Baskerville Holmes, by the way. I was trying to figure out who the foul was calling. It was Baskerville Holmes, and it was his 4th. And we have a timeout here at the arena in St. Louis with 10:29 left in this contest. Houston has opened a 7-point lead over Memphis State.
Just win, baby.
The Raiders changed the rules of the game.
You had this merger of a sort of gangster football team and a gangster rap group.
The Raiders, their colors and image became pop culture sensations.
What if I told you that Raiders ruled from Compton to the Coliseum? Straight out of L.A., directed by Ice Cube. Tonight at 8 on ESPN. Part of ESPN Films 30 for 30, presented by Levi's.
Right now, a handful of quarters is all you need to turn just another boring Wednesday night into Pizza Hut 50-cent Wing Wednesday. Every wing, every flavor, every Wednesday, just 50 cents each, and only at your Pizza Hut.
Call Consolidated Credit. They'll get the credit card companies to reduce or eliminate your interest.
Call 800-440-52. own private tutor who is just very relaxed in your home with you, sitting there teaching you the language.
Rosetta Stone is the fastest way to learn a new language. And to prove it, we'll send you our amazing demo CD, absolutely free when you call.
This really is a great program.
I believe that you can learn any language with this program.
So call now or visit our website and see for yourself why Rosetta Stone is the fastest way to learn a new language, guaranteed.
Jay Goldberg, Fred White, along with Gary Thompson at the arena in St. Louis. Hope you're enjoying this ball game. It's been a game of surges. Gary's just finished. Houston getting right here, up by 7, up by 8. Memphis State coming back.
Well, I think Memphis State's get back in their offense to their shooters. Kids that were shooting the ball before, more inside players than outside, and they're taking that perimeter shot. I think you need to get it back to Haynes, Turner, and Lee.
Second half shooting, Houston's at 7 of 14, Memphis State 6 of 10. Lee drawing a crowd, going to take the little jumpers. Olajuwon got a hand on it.
Force the shot right there. Had 3 people around him. Need to kick it right back out. Bide your time, have patience, then come back inside to him.
Alvin Franklin, nice move on Andre Turner, blocked by Keith Lee, and a foul is called on Andre Turner, his 3rd. And now Memphis State heading for some deep foul trouble here. Holmes and Bedford with 4, Turner with 3.
Well, we saw this kind of play in the first half when Memphis State was one-on-one. Franklin coming in there. He grabs him from behind. You see Lee coming up to block the shot. A good block. But of course, the foul committed by Turner.
That's John Albright now in the ball game for Memphis State. He's a 6'3" senior from Greensboro, North Carolina. Andre Turner sits down. Now William Bedford will check in, and Baskerville Holmes will take a break. Holmes and Bedford each have 4 personal fouls. Alvin Franklin on the free throw line. He's 3 for 4 on the line tonight. Has 17 points in this game. 6'2" sophomore. He's from Lamarck, Texas, and he's having himself a night here at the arena in St. Louis. Kirk working on. It's now the 8-point lead. Make it 9. That matches the biggest lead of the night for the Houston Cougars. 19 points for Alvin Franklin.
Franklin's been playing well offensively. He's been double figures 14 in the last 17 games for the Cougars.
Haynes to Albright.
Here's this 1-1-3 zone that Houston's playing now. Get us on the point. And the freshman Winslow down in there behind trying to protect inside.
No basket. It's going to be a travel. Keith Lee hit a bucket. The officials say no. So with 9:42 left in the game, that could be a very big play. Houston has a 9-point lead and the ball. They're going to have to play it in from the other side of the floor. Reed Geddes, who handles all the inbounds passes for Houston, will take a walk to the other side of the court to do it. 9 turnovers now charged to Memphis State. Here you have a feeling that could be a big one. This could be a 4-point swing, and Houston already has a 9-point lead. 9:30 left in the game.
There's a lot.
Houston turns it over. Memphis State gets it back, still down by 9. They managed to survive. Of course, John Albright. Dana Kirk must feel as if he's been running uphill all night long. He's trying to protect a team in foul trouble that's been consistently down by 6 to 8 to 9 points in this game. Keith Lee drawing a heavy crowd. Great fake. He banks it over to Olajuwon and scores. 15 points for Lee.
A quick fake that time where he really pumped the ball up quick, got Olajuwon up, then went up over the top.
7-point lead to Houston. 8:56 left in this game.
Houston's done a good job of fighting that press.
Olajuwon too strong with a try, but Geddes picks it up outside after it was slapped out. Cougars keep it. 8:43 left in the game.
See if Albright can cause any turnovers in here. He's a good aggressive, probably the most aggressive player on the squad. Franklin's taking him one-on-one. Oh,
that foul is going to go against Willie Beckton, his 2nd.
I thought it looked like the shot going up got hit. I don't know if we can see this again. Here you'll see the action. There's Keith Lee a while ago. So see, here's the good pump fake that we saw moments ago, and then up off the glass. Good move by the big guy.
15 fouls have been called against Memphis State in this ball game. 5 against the Houston Cougars. Dana Kirk. Houston, Geddes inbounds to Franklin. We have 8:29 left in the game. Houston with a 7-point lead in the basketball. And again, Houston's in the zone. And let's see or rather Memphis State in the zone. Let's see how Houston attacks it. Will he run some clock?
Well, they might just pass the ball. You know, I a lot of times think this is the best way if you want to delay and run some clock. Make it look like you're trying to attack. Memphis State is trying to sag inside. Just keep moving the basketball around. Good
Olajuwon. Oh, he tried to slam dunk it and missed. It rockets out front. Houston had it and turned it over. Olajuwon went for the dunk, got the heel of the rim. Guy says, how did we miss that shot?
That's the percentage shots that we talk about, high percentage shots, and even once in a while they miss those. That's a big break for Memphis State.
Benny Anders coming in. A story with Benny Anders. He quit the squad earlier this year. And Guy Lewis wasn't going to take...
is a magic number.
Just win, baby.
The Raiders changed the rules of the game.
You had this merger of a sort of gangster football team and a gangster rap group.
The Raiders, their colors and image became pop culture sensations.
What if I told you that Raiders ruled from Compton to the Coliseum? Straight out of LA, directed by Ice Cube. Tonight at 8 on ESPN. Part of ESPN Films 30 for 30, presented by Levi's.
8 minutes left in the game. You got the score on your screen. Houston with a 7-point lead over Memphis State. Led wide along with Gary Thompson. Dana Kirk working like the Dickens. He called this timeout. He has one left. Houston has 3 timeouts left. So really, things are all kind of sitting in favor of Houston right now. But the Tigers very much in the game, just down by 7 with 8 minutes to play.
Everybody this late in the season realizes in television games you get 3 timeouts this year.
Memphis State has made another substitution. Ricky McCoy, a 6'2 junior from Memphis, is in the game at a guard now, seeing his first action of the night. He's replaced John Albright. Andre Turner back in.
McCoy only averaging a little over 2 points a ball game, but he is a good outside shooter. Just did not see that much action. Shoots about 48.6% from the field.
Bedford on the baseline. Andre Turner.
He's a guy that's been silent for a while.
Haynes, a shot won't fall. Nice tip. That was the freshman. Bedford getting the left-hander tip back up. He has 16 points now. And again, a 5-point lead to Houston, 7:25 to play.
And that's like a 4-point turnaround. The stuff that Akeem missed, and now coming back on that tip in. So crucial play in the ball game.
If Houston doesn't score here, Memphis State could rev it up again. It's a 5-point lead to the Cougars with 7:11 left in the ball game. Now they've changed the defense. They've gone man-to-man, Memphis State. Ooh, got a hand on the ball to Ricky McCoy, but it's out of bounds to Houston.
Well, I think maybe Dana Kirk saw the same thing happening last time. We were talking about back in that zone. They're having to fall in there deep, and Houston running some clock.
And William Bedford, the freshman, has 4 fouls, and he is guarding Olajuwon now, man-to-man. We'll see how long it takes Houston to get the ball to Olajuwon. Franklin with penetration, blocked by Keith Lee, and Memphis State has the ball. They got Haynes up court. Lee didn't see him. Now they do. Haynes fakes, gets by Olajuwon, and it's going to be a foul call on Olajuwon. That'll be his third. It may have been Gillis.
Oh, it's Olajuwon.
It's his third foul. Guy Lewis didn't like that one.
You can't expect a 6'10 guy to handle the ball like a guard, even though Keith Lee handles it well. But as you said, did not have his head and eyes up that time, or they had a man down court wide open, would have been a layup time.
That's only the second foul on Houston in the second half. Memphis State has committed 5. The Tigers with a chance to get back within 3. Inbounds it comes. Ricky McCoy, lob to Lee. He's got a crowd. 4 Cougars around him. He's going to shoot. He can't get it. Trying to keep it alive. Can't. Ricky Winslow starts up court. Now holds it. Now gets it knocked loose, and Houston has the basketball.
I think Lee right there, the way they're swarming it, when that ball comes in, he needs to kick it back out a couple times and make the defense respect that pass, and then it should help to open it up for him inside.
Benny Anders. Oh, look at Olajuwon. Blocked by Bedford. He had 4 fouls, and he got the block. The possession will belong to Houston, but what a big play by that young man.
Like the freshman with 4 fouls, and you notice his reactions when he went up for it and the whistle blew. He kind of backed off, saying, no, don't make it my 5th foul.
Michael Young back in the lineup. Benny Anders sits down for Houston.
Watch his action here. Anderson behind, looks like it get partially blocked. Hakeem really going to the offensive board, steps back in, but the freshman with the block right there.
Hakeem rebounds the missed shot by Michael Young. Big play for Houston. 23 points for Olajuwon with 6:10 to play. The Cougars lead Memphis State by 7 now in the arena in St. Louis. Haynes to Keith Lee. Again, he draws the crowd, takes it up. He's blocked by Olajuwon. Big play for the Cougars. Geddes hands to Franklin, and here comes Houston up by 7 with 5:52 to play, and Olajuwon making a big defensive play. Michael Young alone on the baseline. Turned it down. Now drives. It won't fall. And McCoy at 6'2 has a rebound. He's going to push it up. Andre Turner strong with it. Bedford's tip. Can't get it. He's got it again. The shot good. The freshman William Bedford has 18.
What a job he's doing out there for Dana Kirk's club. 4 fouls and really still playing aggressively. Going to the offensive board, keeping it alive, and then putting the shot down.
We have 5:20 left in this ball game. Houston up by 5. Memphis State man-to-man trying to make something happen defensively. They've left Michael Young alone. He didn't get it, but Geddes is there. Double fake, blocked, and taken away by Memphis State. And a foul called against Reed Geddes or Ricky Winslow. It was Geddes, his second.
Well, and credit that play in possession for Memphis State to Ricky McCoy. Geddes had him. He did not take the fake. He stayed down. Geddes pump it twice, enabled Lee to recover, come back over, and we finally went up for the shot. Lee got the block.
Team fouls in the second half. Memphis State 5, Houston 4.
You know, excuse me, Fred, those are such little things that go unnoticed in the ball game, but it was key defensive play right there by McCoy that let Lee get the block.
Bedford over to Olajuwon. He got it. William Bedford, the freshman, with 20. Memphis State within 3 with 4:49 to play. The Tigers hanging tough here in St. Louis. There's Michael Young. Off balance. Block.
Oh, another block.
Olajuwon has it. Winslow's alone, and he stuck it. 6 points, Ricky Winslow. And again, the 5-point lead to Houston.
One of his favorites right there. He's had 49 stuffs on the year.
65-60 Houston. Memphis State clawing on defense. Just couldn't quite force the turnover. McCoy's going to take the jumper. Too strong with it. Rebound Olajuwon. And Houston now getting possession back with a 5-point lead intact and 4:11 left in the game. Franklin against Turner. Young alone on the baseline. Doesn't want the shot now. He's missed a couple.
That's right. That's a shot he had normally taken. They picked for him. They got him wide open, but he's not been hitting.
They forced Olajuwon away from the basket. Winslow's tip won't fall. Here comes Memphis State down by 5 with 3:51 to play. And Keith Lee can't get up court. Keith Lee just walking back up court. Must be very, very tired. Now he's there. Haynes looks in at him. Turner with penetration. Oh, he tried to dish it off and threw it away. Tried to get to Bedford, and Olajuwon with a steal. 3:32 to play. That's a big turnover.
Great job by Olajuwon that time of staying home on defense, not reacting, trying to go up, leave his feet, and go for the block.
Keith Lee is very, very tired, and Geddes is called for a screen. A foul charge to Geddes. Houston's going to turn it over with 3:24 to play.
That was the same kind of action the time before when they got Michael Young open, even though he didn't go for the shot. They're picking on the baseline and swinging Young across.
Memphis State managing to hang tough somehow. Keith Lee very, very tired as he goes to the Memphis State bench. 3:24 to play. Look how tired this young man is. Keith Lee.
Who's that called timeout?
I think Houston took the timeout.
Houston? You know, it's really a break right there for Memphis State. It's because, as you mentioned, Lee exhausted. It'll give him a little chance to catch his breath now. Go down the stretch with 3:24 to play.
Guy Lewis working like the Dickens in the Houston huddle. The Memphis State cheerleaders have the floor right now. The Cougars have a 5-point lead with 3:20.
This is where legends are born. The legends are born. Legends are born. One of the most impressive performances in NBA Finals history.
The NBA's second season.
This is where teams are made and make history.
Where 16 wins separate the great from the immortal.
Where teams are made and make history.
The NBA playoffs. Cavs Celtics in a do-or-die Game 6. Thursday on ESPN.
10 years ago, eHarmony showed the world that we could make the process of finding a meaningful relationship better. Now we're making it even easier. Introducing the next generation of eHarmony with enhanced features like eHarmony Mail, improved profile previews, and our new Something to Talk About feature.
were so worried about losing our home. Loan modification helped us to avoid foreclosure. Glad I made the call.
Homeowners, do not struggle another minute. Call the Loan Modification Help Hotline toll-free. Discover how much we can reduce your mortgage payment. Act now. We may be able to cut your mortgage payment in half and help to reduce your interest payment to as low as 1%. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 1-800-230-3658.
Memphis State has the basketball, down by 5 points, 3:24 to play. And let's see what Guy Lewis' strategy is when they get the ball back. Memphis State with the basketball. Haynes on the wing. Fakes, doesn't take a shot. Turner down the baseline. Now McCoy. Houston in the zone. Memphis State being patient with it. Haynes steps in. He's going to take the jumper. Banks it in and out. Rebound, Michael Young. The Houston Cougars get the ball back, up by 5. Now 2:59 to play, and that's a big miss. And the man defense set by Memphis State. Andre Turner trying to go for the steal. Young lays it off Olajuwon, and the foul call down in the lane. Against Keith Lee will be his third. It was on his third foul.
Lee knew he had the foul. He kind of threw his hand straight up as if to say it wasn't me.
Hakeem Olajuwon has now hit 5 consecutive free throws after missing his first 3. He has 23 points tonight. Make it 24. Houston now with a 6-point lead, 2:48 to play. At every point, really hurting Memphis State down this deep in the ball game. Free throw good. Boy, you have the feeling Memphis State's tired, Gary.
Well, I think they are. That timeout really was a break for them. Of course, Guy Lewis wanted to set up his attack, too. So he's given a little bit maybe to get something for his own ball club.
Bedford asking for the ball. Olajuwon blocks the shot, but a foul is called against Olajuwon. His 4th. Boy, and you can see Bedford asking for the ball. The Frenchman wanted it.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Fred. As he wants the basketball in there, and he's able to score. Has been, and Akeem picks up another foul.
Bedford has already matched his collegiate high. He's just a freshman. He scored 20 points against ORU. He has 20 again here in this ball game. He's playing with 4 fouls. A 7-feet-tall freshman from Memphis, and the free throw no good. And Memphis State just can't get anything going their way. The winner of this one will play the winner of the DePaul Wake Forest game, which will play later tonight here in St. Louis.
Bedford, not a good free throw shooter, 53.7 from the line.
21 points for Bedford. That's his season high. 2:36 left in the game. 6-point lead to Houston. Get us to Benny Anders. Almost a backcourt. Memphis State wanted the backcourt call. The officials say no. Get us against Turner. 2:21 left in the game. Olajuwon going against Bedford. Nice feed to Anders. Reverses it. Can't get it. Winslow slam dunks it, and Bedford fouls out. And that may be the backbreaker. With 2:14 to play, the freshman Ricky Winslow powers a rebound back in and fouls out Bedford.
Good backdoor cut by Anders. Goes up and underneath, tries to reverse it, can't get it. But Winslow is right there to jam it down through. And the big freshman Bedford, number 55, leave the ball game on 5 fouls.
21 points. Season high for Bedford. He turns and says something as he leaves the floor. And now Winslow will be on the free throw line. 8 points, Ricky Winslow, the 6'8" freshman from Houston's Yates High School. A 60% free throw shooter. The Cougars up by 8 with 2:14 to play. This could match their biggest lead of the game.
Winslow right on his average, averaging 8.6.
They're strong with a try. Lee trying to keep it alive. Olajuwon knocked loose by Turner. Saved by Michael Young. I think you see fatigue again here, Gary. Every loose ball.
That's right. I was going to say it. I think that's the point right here is getting tired, not able to get to the ball.
Olajuwon fouled by Keith Lee, and he's angry at the official. Memphis State just about a half step slow right now, it seems. That's the 4th foul on Keith Lee. So Lee now has 4. Baskerville Holmes has 4. Bedford has fouled out. Andre Turner has 3. And Dana Kirk has a bad problem here with 2:01 left in the game. His club down by 8. Olajuwon now has hit 7 straight free throws. A miss. Olajuwon. That one's too strong. Winslow with another big save. A foul is called. Haynes and Turner were there. Andre Turner's fourth foul. So now Turner, Lee, and Holmes all have 4. And William Bedford is already fouled out for Memphis State. Dana Kirk said it earlier, we can say it again. He's been running uphill all night long. Guy Lewis has the advantage with 1:57 to play. Winslow, the freshman, just missed his only free throw try in this game, and he misses again. Memphis State still alive. 1:54 to play. Tigers down by 8. Andre Turner.
Importance of those misses with an 8-point lead is that this 4-possession game, where any one of those free throws takes it to 5 possessions.
Olajuwon got a hand on the shot by Baskerville Holmes. Get us at midcourt. The Cougars get the ball back. Still up by 8. 1:38 to play. There you see the time left in the game. The clock on the screen.
Well, Memphis State's going to have to go out and foul again. Now that's no. I thought he might get a 2-shot foul on that one.
Foul committed by Ricky McCoy against Alvin Franklin. They call it a 1-on-1, and Guy Lewis wants 2. Look at him talk.
That's right. He wanted 2.
Both teams will be in the 1-on-1 from here on out.
It really looked to me like McCoy was going to grab. And they said, "Oh, I can't grab because it'll be a 2-shot."
They fouled an 80% free throw shooter. Now a substitution. Ricky McCoy sits down. John Albright returns to the lineup. And Alvin Franklin back to the line. He has hit 5 out of 6 free throw attempts tonight. Has 19 points.
He's the man you'd want on the line if you're a Houston fan. Almost 80% from the free throw stripe.
You can see the Memphis State bench. That pretty well tells you the story. Franklin off the heel of the rim. Winslow saves it again. Boy, he's going to get done in the stretch.
That's right. Houston just quicker right now. As you said, a tired Memphis State ball club. Just slow reacting.
Things getting desperate for Memphis State now. 1:18 left in the game. The Tigers down by 9. Reduced to fouling and hoping.
They got to gamble.
They call it a 1-on-1, but that'll put Michael Young on the line.
Guy still trying to go for 2.
Well, they called it on the first half. The second one you could see was intentional, but the foul had already been called. It's going to be Michael Young, a 68% shooter on the line. The ball gets away from everybody here. 12 points for Michael Young, below his 20-point average. Dana Kirk having to make another substitution. He's going to get Larry Bush in the game. Baskerville Holmes is fouled out with 8 points on the night. Second Tiger to leave via the foul rule. He's tired.
Yeah, Memphis State made the run, and as you said so many times, you spend a lot of energy getting back. Where they got back in the ball game by 4 or 5 points, and then just could not get over that hill.
Houston having their problems on the free throw line, but it doesn't seem to matter. Andre Turner traveled with the basketball. 70-61 Houston. 1:06 left in the game. 11 turnovers charged. Memphis State. Olajuwon. In and out. There's Winslow again.
Oh, what a pass.
Olajuwon foul. Boy, Ricky Winslow has saved the ball 4 times for Houston down the stretch in this game. 59 seconds left in this game.
Watch the pass here by Winslow. Akeem takes it up, and watch Lee right now. Some good, well, we're not going to see it right here, but sportsmanship by Keith Lee. He went over and grabbed Olajuwon as if to say, man, I didn't mean to hit you.
Keith Lee believes he has 5 fouls. He keeps looking over at the bench. I thought he had 5. Now they're going to take him out of the ball game. Handshake for Guy Lewis and Keith Lee. There's a nice gesture. That's a class act right there. Keith Lee fouls out with 15 points on the night.
Junior All-American. A little frustration got to be for him. 2 years now. Houston takes him out.
25 points for Olajuwon. He just missed 2 free throws. Houston's not getting a free throw down, but Memphis State can't take advantage of it down the stretch.
Well, they've given him some opportunities to cut it back.
Misses again. He's now missed 4 straight. He missed 3 straight at the start of the game, then hit 6, 7 in a row. 6 in a row. Now it's 4. Give 2 points to Memphis State.
You know, you don't want to get careless too quick. 52 seconds is a lot of time.
Memphis State didn't touch it. The Tigers get it back with 52 seconds to play. Keith Lee looking on from the bench after having fouled out. Houston up by 7.
And a good heads-up play that time by the little guy, Andre Turner. He's kind of slashed in at the ball, drew his hand back, and kept Houston from getting possession of the basketball. Now they'll play it underneath.
What a horrible mistake it would be on Houston's part to commit a foul here and let Memphis State get a 3-point play.
Good job by Akeem. Did you see him make no attempt to go after the ball? Keep the clock running.
Haynes is a magician with the glass. 11 points for Philip Haynes, and Memphis State uses their last timeout with 45 seconds to play. You have the whole story on your screen. 45 seconds left in this game. Houston with the basketball up by 5, and we'll be right back.
Black one. Where? Black one. Where?
Black one. Oh, where?
The Volkswagen Tiguan, the only compact SUV with a turbocharged engine standard.
Black one. Where? There.
Lease the 2010 Tiguan for just $269 a month. It's a whole new Volkswagen and a whole new game.
With unemployment rates at an all-time high, millions of people are starting to fight back by opening their own home business. People all across the country are picking up their phones and calling Quick Cash to become their own boss and set their own hours. Home-based businesses are a multi-billion-dollar industry and growing every year. Let's cut to a few calls we received earlier from some of these home business owners who explain why they'll never return to the rat race.
We both lost our jobs 6 months ago and decided to start our own home business. We started making money the first day and are up to $10,000 a month.
Last year, I made over $150,000. I don't ever have to work for anyone again.
I have kids, work part-time, and make over $4,000 a month.
The number for Quick Cash is currently up on your screen. Their free service will help you start your own home-based business, improve your lifestyle, and take charge of your future. Make the call now and find out what millions of Americans already know.
You're stuck on a treadmill. You're making minimum payments on your credit cards, and you just don't get anywhere. Let Consolidated Credit tell you the truth. When credit card companies are charging high interest, it's virtually impossible to pay off your debt. Let's say you owe $5,000 and your rate is 21%. Of your $100 minimum payment, $87 is interest. It'll take you over 33 years to pay off that debt. Call Consolidated Credit. They'll get the credit card companies to reduce or eliminate your interest. Get off the treadmill. Get on with your life. Call Consolidated Credit. They're the freedom people.
Call toll-free 1-800-440-5217.
Consolidated Credit. When credit card debt is the problem, they're the solution.
3 is a magic number. Yes, it is. It's a magic number.
For everything.
That's a magic number.
Texas goes to Pasadena.
Just win, baby. The Raiders changed the rules of the game.
You had this merger of a sort of gangster football team and a gangster rap group.
The Raiders, their colors and image became pop culture sensations.
What if I told you that Raiders ruled from Compton to the Coliseum? Straight out of L.A., directed by Ice Cube. Tonight at 8 on ESPN. Part of ESPN Films 30 for 30. Presented by Levi's.
Cavs Celtics in a do-or-die Game 6. Thursday on ESPN.
Well, that tells you the story of the ball game. Houston 70, Memphis State 65 with 45 seconds left. But the underlying story in this game has been the fact that Houston has had the advantage throughout most of this game, and Memphis State has simply refused to quit or get knocked out of it. They have been hanging tough all night long. Now Houston not only has the lead, but they have the basketball. They're going to get full court pressure from Memphis State here. Alvin Franklin, the ball knocked loose, but Houston still has it. 44 seconds left. Dana Kirk directing the defense. Young picks up the inbounds pass. Winslow foul. The foul called against Larry Bush. It'll be his first. It'll put the freshman Ricky Winslow on the free throw line. Michael Young missed a punt of a 1-1. Ricky Winslow has missed 2 free throws in the second half. Olajuwon has missed 4, and Alvin Franklin has missed 1. 8 straight free throws missed by Houston here. Now Winslow, the freshman, who has 8 points tonight. 39 seconds to play. 5-point lead Houston. If he misses, Memphis State can hope a little. He got it. In and out and in again. 9 points for Ricky Winslow. Memphis State bench. Hoping against hope, perhaps. This one could really hurt Memphis State. 6-point lead to Houston. 39 seconds left. Keith Lee. New father, an All-American. Winslow, who has made so many big plays for Houston down the stretch, makes another one. He has 10. 7-point lead. Haynes, shot won't fall. Oh, here they come. Ricky Winslow at it again. Bam! 12 points Winslow, and that one punctuates it. Andre Turner answers with a quick 2. He now has 8. 19 seconds left in the game. Still a 7-point lead for Houston. Young, back to Franklin. He's fouled. John Albright fouled him, then caught it. Talked to him, and Franklin shook his head yes. 16 seconds left in the game. A 7-point lead to the Houston Cougars. Larry Finch, the former great in the blue coat at Memphis State, now an assistant coach. Dana Kirk, the head coach. On the free throw line, Alvin Franklin, a sophomore. Big night. He's had 20 points in this ball game. From Lamarck, Texas. Just a sophomore. You can bet that every coach in the United States of America is marking down the fact that the Cougars have not been free throwing well coming down the stretch of this game. Franklin's free throw, no good. Now whistle blows. Somebody got in the lane too soon. They're going to shoot the free throw over. 15 seconds left in the game. Memphis State committing a dreadful mistake. They're down by 8 points with 15 seconds to go, but they had the ball. Look out, Dana Kirk very close to getting a technical foul. Just really working official right now. Guy Houston on the Houston bench. Guy Lewis, excuse me, on the Houston bench. Now the officials conferring back near midcourt. Cougars talking things over. Conference going on at the scorers table. Alvin Franklin on the free throw line. Dana Kirk still talking to an official. He's unhappy. Franklin's free throw, good. 75-67 Houston. 13 seconds to play. The Cougars up by 8. Andre Turner shot, good. Andre Turner has 10. 7 seconds left. And Houston with a 7-point lead and 6 seconds to play. And it looks like the Cougars are going to take on the winner of the Paul Wake Forest here on Sunday afternoon. The foul committed again by John Albright, his second. And again, it will be Alvin Franklin walking the other way to the free throw line. Guy Lewis, the Houston coach, talking to his team. Keith Lee and Bedford, the freshman, Lee, a junior, and the Memphis State bench. It's got to be a tough feeling. They've had a great year. Franklin, 22 points on the night. Make it 23. Again, the 8-point lead to the Cougars. 5 seconds left in this basketball game. Houston about to win their 30th game of the year. Good night for Alvin Franklin. Memphis State down to the last shot. Haynes takes it to the basket. They're going to let him score. He does, and that's going to do it. 13 points for Philip Haynes, but the ball game is over, and Houston has advanced to the championship game of the Midwest Regional in St. Louis. The Cougars defeat Memphis State 78-71. The second straight year that Houston has defeated Memphis State in the Midwest Regional. Guy Lewis getting congratulations. 78-71 Houston. The final score here in this ball game, victory number 30 for Guy Lewis this year. And again, they're one game away from going to the Final Four for the third consecutive time. Last year, they beat Memphis State in Kansas City at the other end of Missouri. Tonight, they have done it at the arena in St. Louis before a crowd of some 20,000. The largest crowd ever to see a basketball game in this state. So 78-71. Houston defeats Memphis State. Let's go now to Gary Thompson.
Well, Guy Lewis just said to me they never get any easier, and although it looked like Memphis State was just trying to come back all game long, and you seemingly had the game under control.
I don't think we ever had it under control. We just managed to stay ahead most of the way. Boy, I'm telling you, missing those free throws at the end will just kill you. But we made some key ones when we got our free throw shooters to line. Well, then we were all right. But my golly, Memphis State's got a fine basketball team.
They do, and I thought in the first half, you kind of let Memphis State back in it. They started going to the boards. In the second half, when you took control, you got back up on the glass.
Well, we changed defenses to half and put a 1-3-1 in there and kind of, clogged up the middle a little bit and tried to keep it out of Lee's hand. I thought Winslow did a good job of fronting Lee and keeping it out of his hands, and I think that was the difference in the ball game.
Winslow also had a couple of key plays in there on follow shots and the key pass.
Well, he did on those missed free throws, and we maintained possession, and that was a big help to us, no doubt about it.
Guy, let me ask you, in the first half, it seemed like the defense, your zone was passive. Was there any strategy to you in that first half as to stay pretty passive on the defense and keep out of foul trouble with Akeem?
Absolutely not. We weren't trying to be passive at all. I was just trying to get through that first half so I could put that 1-3-1 on them the second half, because they hadn't seen it, and we've only used it one game before, or at least parts of 2 games, and I felt like we could get to the half and we could probably shut him down the second half of that, and that's all we were trying to do. But normally our 2-3 is a little better than that, but it looked like we could score any time on them, and they'd turn right around and score any time on us.
In that first half particularly, that's the way it was going.
Right, that's what I was talking about, the first half.
Okay, Guy, thanks a lot and good luck to you.
Thank you, mate.
We move back over here, bring in Alvin Franklin. And Alvin, the game opened up. Memphis State man-for-man defense, and you just kind of took it over and went one-on-one and had great success.
Oh, yes, they came out man-to-man, and Coach told me if they was to come out that way to try to penetrate and get the big men into foul trouble, and that's what I tried to do.
Was just talking with Guy. It seemed like in the first half it was either team could score, and I thought they were really playing passive on the zone, on the wings. You were getting the wide-open shot to start the ball game out.
Well, I really felt that they didn't think we could shoot outside. They wanted to just basically try to stop Akeem. So they were sagging back, and that gave me the opportunity to shoot the ball, and that's what I was trying to do, and I was glad I was putting them in there.
Okay, Alvin, thanks a lot for stopping by.
Thank you.
Now let's go over to Ricky Winslow. And Ricky, got to be a thrill your freshman year to come in here and make a couple of big plays at the end of the ball game.
Well, I just came in the last part of the second half and tried to give my best because I had a bad first half, and so Coach got on me in the locker room, and I came out and played the best I could.
Well, you had to, here's the monitor. Tell us about this play here, and I think it's the last play of the ball game.
Well, I knew I needed one, so I just went up and I had it, and so just went on.
What was your observation of this Memphis State ball club?
They had a very good ball club. They was real strong inside, and once we got Keatley and Bedford in foul trouble, and Akeem just took it in hand and then took charge.
The foul trouble by Memphis State, did you feel like they backed off of you a little bit at the start of the second half again as far as aggressiveness going to the boards?
Well, they wasn't aggressive the second half because I guess they was in foul trouble, and so if they would have came out real aggressive, I guess their coach told Keatley and Bedford to kind of lay back on Akeem, but Akeem just went to work.
I thought one of the key plays was when Bedford went, I forget who it was, went on the stuff. I think it was Michael Young, and actually picked up his 4th foul.
Well, I think that was a great play by Michael because me and Bedford are good friends, and Mike went in, and I saw Bedford laughing, and so they kind of fired everybody up for us.
Well, it was a big win for you. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
You guys did a fine job.
The final score again, Houston defeats Memphis State 78-71. So now the Cougars on Sunday afternoon here in St. Louis will take on the winner of DePaul Wake Forest. They'll play next at the arena here in St. Louis. Houston at 30-4 goes in. Memphis State ends at 27-7. The executive producer of this NCAA Productions telecast has been Jim Schaefer. Jenny Boyd